Good evening, everybody. I can see, welcome. Ciao Irene, ciao Marco, ciao Sheila, ciao Antonio. Welcome, everybody, in this special edition, Christmas edition of the Tic-tac-toe. Welcome also Susha, Cristiana. Ciao everybody. Okay, let's start this moment of sharing very good topic, because tonight we talk about one exciting topic is leadership. Leadership is how to become a leader, who is a leader, is if you are a leader of yourself or not. It's a very exciting topic. For who don't know me, let me introduce myself. I'm Luigi Bottega, the author of the book Io, How to Win the Game of Life. But tonight we are not here to talk about the book. It's not the protagonist of the book tonight. Tonight the book is the second side. You are the protagonist tonight. All of us, we are the protagonist. Yes, because if you already saw last Tic-tac-toe, we are here to share ideas, to share inspiring moments together. And yes, let's see our slogan. Ideas are like happiness. They multiply if divided. Means, of course, tonight we are here to share perspective, to share experience with the others, to donate our point of view to the others, to become all at the end of this hour, okay, more rich with more information. Yes, it's very important to share, to be inspired, but more important, of course, after the inspiration, it's important to decide to take action. And yes, because only in this way we can realize your life, we can manifest good things, and of course we can grow in an experience, we can grow, and we can also create opportunities for others. Especially leaders, the leaders are very good in this way. Yes, leaders are people that typically are very active. They are the world movers. Yes, because leader typically they listen inside their voice, the inner voice, and in my book is written the inner prophecy. They listen this voice and are able to transform this voice in action practically. This is the way to the success, to imagine, to have a vision. Okay, the leader had a vision, and to transform this vision in action, make impact in the world. Yes, and let me about this topic to share with you one synthesis that I create in the book. There is a formula that you can find in the book Io, How to Win the Game of Life. Okay, that can synthesize the leader, how the leader work. The leader, first of all, the leader are a person that make the difference. He contributes with his energy, but for sure at the beginning the leader is a good listener. He are able to listen with humility, without judging, without prejudice, with curiosity, and yes, he try to create this relation with the other, the entry in empathy. Yeah, is able the leader to listen inside himself, the others, the cosmos, and after the good leader are able to, with creativity and inspiration, to connect the dots and create synthesis and imaging which kind of future is better for him and for the world. And through this listen and imaging and the vision, after he take positive action for the evolution. In which way? You can see inside the parentheses, is able to inspire the other, guide, unite the people, and lead with his life, the example of his life, with integrity. I like the quote of, for example, of Gandhi, that when somebody asks to him what he need to say to the others, what is the message, is a reply with the message is my life. Yes, because with example, the leader can inspire with integrity, he can create the trust that need to let the people to put together the energy to be inspired and to influence, to make impact. Yes, the leader, first of all, of course, need to be a leader of himself, because you can lead the others, you can guide the others if you don't lead yourself. Means that self-mastery is very important. You can see self-mastery also in the compass of the virtue. You can see here that the wisdom, self-mastery, courage, love are the key elements that give the energy to the leader to be effective and to create the trust and to inspire the other. Yes, trust is very important, because it's the way to enter in contact to the other, to drive and to inspire the other together. And now I invited to talk one, let's say, good leader and a good speaker, very expert in the leadership. You can find him in his channel YouTube online, and in his website. But let him to talk tonight what means creating trust. This is a short video for you.
Hi, John Maxwell. I'm glad you're here with me on Minute with Maxwell. I want to talk to you today about building trust. Recently, I spoke at the United Nations, and I spoke to the ambassadors, and I said there are 3 questions that followers ask of their leaders. Do you care for me? Can you help me? And can I trust you? Now, that third question, can I trust you? That's essential for leadership. And what a leader does is they do their very best to build trust with others. Now, how do I build trust with you? By being consistent, by having my actions and my words match up, by being dependable, by being reliable, by being a person that puts your interest above mine, by being a person of my word, by following through. That's how trust is built. It takes a while. Trust me, takes a lot longer to build it than it does to destroy it. You can take a lifetime to build it, and you can, with a few stupid things, lose it very quickly. So take the trust that you have and intentionally today do something that would make you even more trustworthy. Remember this, the greatest compliment anybody can give you is I can count on you. That's what I hope for you. I'm glad you joined me today on Minute with Maxwell.
Yes, very good words from John Maxwell. I suggest to you to follow him in the social media. Now let's enter in the main part of this tic-tac-toe, because as I told you before, we are the protagonists, and we are here to share our thoughts. How work this system that you can see in your console, that there is a hand that you can raise your hand, and I can let you to enter inside like a panelist, and we start to share our idea. You can start to share your point of view, what it means for your leader, if you had experience in leadership, of course, leader of yourself, or leader that guide people. You know, it's okay. Now you can raise your hands, and I let you enter in, and let's start this tic-tac-toe. Don't be shy. You know, I know that the beginning is a little bit. The first is a bit it's shy, but let's jump inside. Raise your hands and let's play. Okay, who is the first? A lot of people, but the first, come on. Okay, I need to be the first. Okay. I can see good. There is a good mix tonight. Okay, is women and men. You know, what do you think? There is more leadership. There is more leaders in men or women. What do you think? Uh, yes, tonight you're very shy. Okay. Oh, you see, there is some more strong tonight. The first leader here is Irene. Okay. I transform you like a panelist. Okay, and congratulations, the winners tonight. The real leader tonight is a woman. Congratulations, Irene.
Thank you, Regina.
Ciao.
So, I wanted just to answer your question. So, in
Yes.
my opinion, leadership is not something connected to gender or to sex. So, I don't think you can say that if there are more men or female leaders. So, maybe we can ask a different question. So, if we think when we say leader, we think immediately about a man. Why is that?
Why? This is a good question. Why always is this situation of leader man? Come on. And what do you think? Why happen? We have this kind of bias, this kind of scheme in our mind.
Because in our current society, this is the model we are used to, and but this doesn't mean that this is the right one.
But
Just my opinion.
do you have some, for example, some inspiring leader in your mind? The first leader, the women that come in your mind, who is, for example, for you?
Can you still hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Yes, I can see you. I can hear you, but your video is a little bit.
I'm so sorry. My desktop is frozen. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Okay. Is probably you have the computer that have some problem. But if you want to talk, we can talk. We can hear you. Okay. Who can help Irene with the right answer? Also, there is a. No, oh, Sheila, tonight, come on. Tonight is the women night. I like so much. Alessandro, no, okay, so you are late. Come on. Men are really tonight is, sorry, but the men are really strange. Okay.
Okay, I'm back because can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Ciao, Sheila.
Yes. Okay. Ciao, ciao. So, yes, I agree a little bit with Irene, but I think, today we have a lot of example of women as leadership.
Yes.
We can just think about politics, maybe not a lot in Italy, but on the rest of the world more. So it depends a lot on the country. So the first one it come in my mind is, of course, Angela Merkel.
Yes.
Yes. Then we have Lagarde recently. Someone may like, someone not, but so forth. I mean, there is different, more of them.
Yes, but why for you these are good leaders? No, these are very good leaders, and you saw before that I explained in the formula. No, the leader first of all listen the other, are able to enter in empathy, in connection. They are able after also to create synthesis, no, to create something that to put together the different part, the different opinion, the different perspective, and they are able after to have a vision and take action, to bring together the people in the direction of this vision, and these leaders, women that you just told before, what do you think? Are leaders like this?
Yes, I think so. I think so. Yeah,
But
maybe more Merkel is used. Maybe it's more. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think so.
what do you appreciate more for this leader, for example? Because I can see that these are more in, you know, in the person that okay, lead the world in different sector, in the business and the country. Of course, the leadership is also in the, you can have a good leader also in the daily life, no? You know, is that you have a
Yes, yeah, this is
person, and also in other sector probably, you know, because people that are able to, you know, with probably this idea to make the impact, no, to create a domino, the effect that the people start to follow the idea, no, to they activate the energy in this direction. Means that okay, these are more visible leaders, but for example, do you have close to you some leader that you appreciate close to your daily life, you know?
Yes, I have talking about women. I have a nice friend. She's Hungarian. She's not famous at all, but I think she has a great personality. I think she's yeah, she's a leader. She always had very clear ideas of what to do, and so maybe that's why it's easier to follow her.
Means
Because
that
she,
you have trust in her, you know, you she's
yes,
able to create
yes,
trust
absolutely. I trust her. I mean, if I trust her judgment or what she think about things generally when we talk. Also, I know she has a good experience in the job, and so she. But for me, also knowing her, I definitely trust her. Yes, trust her opinion too.
Do you think that also in the world there is a different kind of leader? For example, leaders that are inspiring leader, no, transforming, they let the people to transform, to let the people to become better, and also maybe also some leaders that manipulate the people. No, what do you think? There is this kind of leadership?
Good question. I don't know. Well, yeah, probably yes. If yeah, probably yes. They can be. I don't know. You know, it come up in my mind just now very quickly. Do you know these often religious sectas? You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that
yeah, yes,
they,
yes, yes,
for example, they are leader for whom follow them, right?
yes.
But I think they more manipulate the people than to really guide or help them.
Okay,
But
let's ask also to Alessandro. Alessandro, that you are inside, and also you have, I think that you have also good experience, you know, in your professional life and daily life. What do you think about yes, this first conversation, this first question?
It's always an exciting question in any case, because what I always say is when I always approach the discussion of the topic, let's say of leadership, I always try to dissect it into different shapes or different segments, because as you just said, there are leaders who lead through empathy, of building trust, of wanting to gain knowledge and thus be awarded by the positive counter reaction to get the goal of the mass, let's put it this way, in a positive way. Then we have those who manipulate. We can say that, okay, with the sect, I would say it's a yes and no, because don't forget, there's something called free will. And people who go there is usually because they lost something or they try to find something in their direction of life. Now, in this case, sect leaders, if we want to go like that, there's a wonderful saying, I'll say it in a minute at the end, but the point is that they provide something which fuels the mass. However, they are successful because they lead them and they give something for them which they cling on to overcome their difficult point of life. There's a beautiful thing is that if, let's say, one person believes something really hard, then you call them crazy. If a group of people, it's called a sect. If a huge amount of people, it's called religion. So at the end, it can be always put into different directions of seeing how that. Now we have the negative leaders, if we want to call it like that, who can become egoist or egocentral, like in our previous webinar that was said that we have the point of the ego of going which is our own will. Now it depends how we want to dissect that. Going, on our own will, like in Star Wars, on the right path, on the light path, or on the dark path, where we create chaos and anarchy and terror and use that form of manipulation to get more results. Because unfortunately, even when we look at history, terror and the means of fear were always more powerful in government systems and that leaders oppose or push through than the righteous way of giving good or positive feedbacks, because it all depends on the level of intelligence. If you have a mass, it's easier to move them like a herd of sheep with fear, with terror. Then you need a dictator, then you need a strong leader to make that type of manipulation. However, if you have a herd, let's say not of sheep, but of people who have the right level of intelligence to understand and to value that form of kindness, that form of acceptance, or let's say that plus that a leader gives to those who follow them, a form of empathy, a form of saying, yes, you did great, give me some more ideas because let's build something better together, a form of joining in the project of developing for the greater of the good. It's different. However, again, it's all about definitions.
Yeah, but I want to little bit go more deep. How you can define that something is good and something is bad, you know?
That's the beauty of it. That's why we love Einstein. Everything is relative.
Yes, you know, sometimes you know is a we can see in the politics, no, there is this left and right, you know, this different perspective how to see the solution, no, the society, and is a projection to different kind of family, no. There is the family with the father very strictly, you know, this come from the evolution of this is one side, no. The other side, there is a family with the father is very taking care, no. This politics is the projection of the family, no. Is this different way to manage the family, no, in the same way. Means that sometimes one side, of course, judge the other, no, because they think that the other, this is not good, no, and vice versa, no. But there is some elements that can, let's say, give the quality, no, that can we can define the quality of the leader, no, of the leadership, because you know, you can see in the time, no, that. Probably was some leader that there is no left or right. Everybody can say that, yes, this was really an incredible leader. He was able to do really something important for all the humanity, you know, something like this. It's not about one side. Means, what you think? There is some key elements that you can, in this way, you can define. Yeah, and now also we have Christiana also can join us at the conversation. There is some elements that that they can define, no, the quality of the leader. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. I would say integrity is one, but integrity towards our own self and believing in our core values.
Yes.
So what I always say is a fact of never giving up on yourself. To have that strength to move forward regardless, because you need that strength. A leader is a pioneer, is somebody who dares to move forward, even though when everybody else says you'll fail, you move forward, you never give up. And you need that charisma, you need that charm. But at the end of the day, you really need that inner strength to manage it. And that's one of the most core values I saw, or what I see in real leaders, is that no matter how high the tide of the wave is, they don't falter. They see it, they remain calm, they know how to counter-react and react to it and adapt immediately without staying and figuring out or making a fuss of the situation, but really adapting quickly. Again, it's more about Darwinism, survival of the fittest, if we want to put it that way.
Yeah. And what do you think, Christiana? What do you think? And welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Well, I wanted just to make some points about the fact of distinguish good and bad leader. So what I would like to remind you that, for example, we have Nietzsche that wrote Beyond the Good and the Evil. And he really put let's just think about what are the values, and the values, they are relative, what is good and what is bad, and we have to rethink beyond the framework of Christianity at the time. The fact that there are certain values that I think we cannot compromise. For instance, now we are locked down and we lost freedom. I think that everybody would say that values freedom. So there are values that they are beyond they are recognized, and that is why there are declaration of man, etc., all these things, that they are intrinsic to the human nature. Others we can discuss, there is politics, etc. And what the leader does, the leaders give voice to the conscience of a group of people, to a country. Even Hitler was giving words, giving voice to the spirit of that country. It's not like it's a mad person. Today we think he was mad, but at that time he was expressing something that was inside everybody. So he gave voice, and the leader can intersect what other people want. This is
good. Means that leaders in some ways are the projection of the society, or the
yes.
And but do you don't think that some leader want to use in some way the moment, okay, of the society, for example, that everybody are maybe not everybody, but the majority are concentrate on the ego, and some leader want to use this, and means that he amplify this kind of situation instead to fight, for example, when instead that is more difficult, of course, to be not ego-centered, but to promote, to be united, to promote the equilibrium, to promote the dynamic and the acceptance of the others. But sometimes it's not popular, okay, and these leaders, Socrates, okay, at the end, okay, they sacrifice also sometimes his life, because the majority probably in that moment want another things. But there is really, history show us that some was in time, after years, a lot of years, we can see that some was very amazing leader, was not in that moment, the majority thinking in another way, and but when the real leader maintain his point of view, is coherent with his life, means there's what he do is the projection externally, is the projection of what is internally, and he maintain this also. Sometimes also sacrifice himself, because we have this on the story. You don't think that also this leader are really what I can say, real leader, no? Not this that they use the moment or use the more easy message that is more popular in that moment, is in time. What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't understand completely. So your
question. There is some leaders that in history, that sacrifice his life, and they was not in the, what I can say, in the side of the majority.
Pardon?
They was not in the side of the majority.
Sure, but then we can, well, in the case of Hitler, etc., I would say they are successful leader at that time. So you can say there are leaders of minority and they are still leaders, but they are not the most successful and who guide the biggest group of who, in the case of history, who lead history. But I mean, of course, there are many leaders that they are staying just in a niche, and they are more worthwhile than someone that is has a big position. either in a business or in a political situation. I was saying just who is successful, usually successful because there is a conjunction. So then, from my point of view, the real leader is someone that goes for his values, okay, and is not trying to manipulate, etc. Of course, every leader knows how to fascinate the others. He has empathy. Even Hitler was making his remarks and waiting and listening what was coming from the crowd, and then adjusting his kind of language. You Gino, you know more than me these kind of things.
Yeah, well, what do you think? And today, for you, do you have some inspiring leader that you follow, for example, that you...
Not famous one. They are more mavericks. Honestly, at the moment, I'm very upset with most of the leaders that there are. Well, let's say.
But also, you know that we spoke also with Sheila before that maybe also you know somebody that is not famous worldwide, but somebody that can inspire you in your daily action. You know that that you share with this person the vision, no? That to be in this to take action in this direction.
Well, they are more close to death because they are older generation with other values. I would say. No, but I have a good leader in my workplace, for example, at UNESCO, and it was a woman leader. She was very great diplomacy. She was an inspiring figure. So how to deal businesses and negotiating, having empathy. So yes, I had one actually.
And from this person, she was a lady, no? I can understand.
Yeah.
And what you appreciate from her? Her ability to enter in empathy, or her ability to be clear in the direction. What do you think?
She was very good in navigating the system. She was really good, and then not getting too much emotional, because after all, if the leader is losing it, the temper, etc., is compromising a project, is affecting the team, and she was really leading. So she was conscious of her responsibility and taking care about everything. So it was like having the good captain at the boat at the right time, etc.
Means that we need more captain today, no? Alessandro, what do you think? We need captain, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. The thing is that it always goes with good responsibilities. If you have a nice female captain, then it's always welcoming for the men, of course. But at the end, it's what I say. You have to strategize. You have to keep with those core values, and I totally agree. To be a good leader in business today, you need to put emotion aside, and it's all about business, nothing personal. Because the moment you take business personally, it can occur in two reasons. One is if the business is your own business, and you made it and you grew it up like a child, and you were there and you were trying to nourish it all the way. Of course, you're going to take it personally. However, in most cases, it's not. And the thing is with trust, and this is the biggest issue with trust, like always, is that with the years, you always see that people always try to somehow manipulate or to not overtake your business or undertake it, but somehow to throw obstacles to your business and to hinder it. You won't reach your goals. And even though you try to be a good leader or to motivate it and to get to reach your goals as a good captain, if you want to put it that way, it still can become a very frustrating road. So, and
Antonio, what do you think, Antonio? That now you are inside also with this beautiful photo together with our friends, our brother, I don't know. So, Antonio, I don't hear you now, but you, if you want, you can start to talk. We are inside like a panelist now. Yeah, I'm still not, I don't hear you now in this moment. Okay. But you have a good photo, let's say. Okay, maybe something happened now. technical problem. Oh, okay. When you want, you can start to talk, because when you are panelist inside, in every moment when you start to talk, you have directly the attention of the camera. Means when you want, you are in the middle of our friends. Okay. There is a lot of other observer in the observer area. You know, some famous also from the other tic-tac-toe that are still there, waiting the right moment to jump inside. But why not also some new? We are very open also from some new, and don't be shy. Sheila,
Yes.
come on. Means that what's happening in Vienna? There is a good situation there. What is
Really? With the situation? Okay, we are trying to enjoy the last 3 days before the next lockdown. So everybody is crazy. Everybody try to.
especially in this. Especially in this. Antonio, you are 2 times inside. Let me.
Can you hear me now, Luigino?
Yes, now you are inside. Okay.
Okay, I'm struggling since the beginning with the audio, and I tried to join from the computer, but the audio was not working.
Okay.
And I just wanted to chime in.
But you know, it's important the final result. I'm super happy to hear you, because since long time, not a video we don't met.
Yeah, that's true. Long time since last time. Hopefully soon. And that will mean this lockdown is going to be over, and we're going to meet in a nice place as it used to be. I just wanted to say that since long time, but I couldn't because of this issue that I was not sure anymore if we are talking about leaders or great leaders. Because in my opinion, great leaders make history with results, something which remains somehow memorable. You bring something somewhere in a good way. And I'm going to give you a quick example, because that was something very inspiring for me. I watched this Netflix series about Michael Jordan, The Last Dance.
Yes.
And I thought I was going to watch something related to a basketball legend, and all the memories about that fantastic period, because I love basketball. And I found that it was something completely different, which is about leadership, is about communication, it's about integration. But on top of that, as a matter of fact, there are 6 titles of NBA that have the fingerprint of Michael Jordan, leading by example, because one incredible statement that he had during the series was well known as a trash talker, not the easiest person to deal with on a daily basis, very demanding, very challenging, but he said something: I never asked to do something I did not do myself. And this is a repeating type of example, that if you go to Cuba and you meet Cubans, when they talk about Che Guevara, Cuban people would tell you he was the first working hard, leading the group, taking the group somewhere. Now, we talked about managerial styles. You can be a democratic leader, you can be a coaching leader, you can be an authoritative leader. It doesn't matter. History is going to be made by results. We were talking about Hitler. Hitler was a leader, but a bad leader. You talk about Angela Merkel, you're talking about a great leader with great numbers, a great country leading Europe. That's all I wanted to say.
You know, it's when you talk about this, that the leader lead by example. I remember the story about Alexander the Great, that after several years of campaign, is in some moment the soldier want to come back at home. They stop. They don't want to continue, the campaign because was years of battle from Macedonia until it was close to India. Is I think 10 years of battles, and the soldier want to to rebel and to make go back to the family. And in that moment the story told us that he take his break his dress, and show with his body, with the wound. All the wound was in front, and he turned, and behind was nothing. Means he was there in front, the first. The leader is the first in front, and to bring, all the other, but is not the person that say you go. I came after. It's something like this. The real leader is that the example he lead, and especially is the first to sacrifice himself for the others. Because the people give this power to the leader, but they expect that when is the group need help, the leader is there, the first to sacrifice himself. It is also good.
Absolutely, and that's related, Luigino, with a previous question that you had. How do you evaluate a good leader?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot rule out the results from a leader where the leader brings the group.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to make the huge difference. It can be revenue for a company. It can be a title for a team in every competition. Can be developing talents, because these talents are going to be superstars and will remember who was the leader of that group. And second, there is a famous statement in every company that people don't leave the company, people leave their boss. So if you see that in your leadership, in your group, slowly or quickly, people are leaving, there is something wrong with that leadership somehow. Can be communication, can be integration, can be sharing, can be caring about the people, but there are several criteria to evaluate a leader, and history will always tell you who was a good leader and who was just a leader.
Yes, totally agree. I especially, I think personally that the biggest leader, the transformational leader, are the leader that was able or are able to transform more easily the impossible to possible. No, for me, for example, inspiring leader is JFK. Really, in the 61, when he was able to inspire one generation, it's not only America, but he inspired the world to go to the moon. It's something that was something thinking impossible, no? Because at that time, America, the US was not able maybe to go in the low level of the atmosphere, the just jump close to the space, no? But imagine to go to the moon and back in 10 years, something looks like impossible, no? And especially leaders are I think there probably are some that are able with his vision to transmit, this transform the vision, a common needs, a common vision, and to transform the impossible to possible. What do you think?
I totally agree. And nowadays, leadership means transformation.
Mm-hmm.
If you work, and let's go to the basics, guys. We live in the real world. Nowadays is a miserable time for every single company. Every leader is supposed to do what? To make it with less money that you had yesterday. At the end of the day, it means do it with less resources you had yesterday. it means finding ideas that are gonna optimize, call it agile, call it Six Sigma. You have hundreds of different names to say eliminate the waste, make it faster and with less people than you had yesterday. So the transformation can be automatization, can be simplification, can be reduction of a waste, and it applies to every single thing. In a country, if you lead a country, is to spend less and make more money. If you lead a team, get the success, spending less money for players. If you lead a company, make more revenues and spend less. I mean, in a family, if you lead a family of 7 people with 5 kids and only one person, the leader is to be the one that at the end of the month is fulfilling the fridge and making it true with a smile in that apartment. I don't know how to say, to go to the most basic example of a leadership of a very little economy like a family.
Mm-hmm. Yes, means that today probably is yes, needs somebody that can see that moment and are able to innovate, you know, to have new ideas, you know, to see how to transform this obstacle, this challenging moment in in some way, one opportunity, you know, is to don't be close on some old scheme, you know, to have the courage, you know, we saw before the also the compass of the values that courage and love, you know, is very important. Courage, especially today, is super important, you know, to don't stop from the first obstacle and to make a jump, you know, is to have the ability to be aware, to be more aware, to find the new solution and to have the courage to apply this new solution. Means that probably, yes, leadership is for sure one good leader is leadership is start from you know, for to be more aware, to be a leader of yourself. Like I told you at the beginning, the reason why it's very important to invest in yourself, to master yourself, because in this way you become a good leader for you, for your life, but also for others. Good. What I say, soon we have around 50 minutes. If other person want to jump inside, don't be worried, because I can see good colors here in other good friends that for sure are very, what I can say, oh, Alessandro, cool. Promuovi la membro. Super. Let's talk about leadership. E voila, Alessandro Strica, another leader. Yeah, ciao Alessandro. Your microphone, your microphone. You need to activate your microphone. Oh, great.
Hi everybody, hi.
Ciao, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I was a little bit late actually, and I apologize.
Don't worry, but do you enjoy the conversation? Do you have some...
I enjoy very much the conversation. I would like to, as always, say something provocative.
Oh, I like it. I like you. I love you for this provocative, because only when you send these provocative things, you know, there is some confusion everywhere. People want to jump inside, kill you digitally, no? Digitally.
Exactly. No, I mean, leadership, leader, as the word is saying, the English word is saying, means someone who is leading and others that are following.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether I mean, the society of today has the need of have more leaders instead of having, how to say, better persons, better critical persons that are thinking with their own mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I agree with a lot of things that I have heard from you, that there were some leaders which they had a very negative impact in history, and not only, I mean, we can discuss about political leaders or yes, presidents or prime ministers that are leading their countries. For example, I believe, I mean, we are, I live in Hungary, and in Hungary there is a person which is right now very much criticized by a lot of people, who is not a politician, but probably is influencing more the vision of society, or the view of and acts of what is happening today in the world, than a lot of politicians. And I'm referring to a financial guy, George Soros, which I think definitely, I mean, he is a leader. He is a leader who wants to influence the world, not only for make, I mean, to have some targets obtaining that for a reason, I mean, he thinks that are positive, but also for making profit. And yes, and the point is that probably, I mean, leadership is something that has to be more broadened in today's society. And definitely, I mean, discussions like that, and the book that you, Luigino, wrote, I think are the tools, they're very, very useful tools for interrogate ourselves about also how we can make a leadership which is not always a positive influence on the society, how we can make it, and how we can turn it into a positive influence. I mean, I would like only to make a last example about a recent American president, which is Obama, which he definitely is and was a great leader. And he was able to win easily two elections in the States. But I mean, someone said the leader is recognized by the results. And I have to tell you that, I mean, Obama, on which a lot of Europeans and a lot of people around the world were having a lot of hopes on him, the results were very, very, very disappointing on the world scenario. I mean,
what do you think? Okay, this is your vision that you saw. Okay, there is some result. You make some, let's say, on the balance. You know, you can see what was the very valuable. You know, what he was able to do, because personally also to bring together one entire country, you know, is a good result. You know, to let the people together, not only about numbers of the economy. I think that there is some that you can consider also very good result when you put together people. You know, is that people are united instead that to let the people to fight each other. Probably, for example, there is some that result that you can consider somebody good leader. Also, is not that you can measure by the numbers of the economy. Okay, I think. And of course,
I'm not referring about economy.
Yeah. But for you, for example, in the case of Obama, let's put one example. In which sector you think that that probably it was for him a lack, no, a weak point? What do you think for in this case? Connected with the leadership, you know, in which way in that case his leadership was not able to reach some result that for you was important?
Mainly, I refer to the leadership he had on international politics. The fact that he at the beginning of his term he was campaigning and promising people that the world will be changed and more peace than conflicts, and that he was hoping that a lot of problems that are on the international scene since a long time are going to be solved with what he was proposing, and he was leading the policy. And unfortunately, the situation that he left when after 8 years of his presidency was on the international scene was much worse than it was when he started. I am referring to all these Arabic countries springtime, which brought a lot of problems. I'm referring to the East-West relationship, and to the multiplication of regional conflicts, even in the Arabic world, than it was not the case when he took office. So, I mean, leadership means not only to have a good slogan and to bring people together, but leadership means exactly as you mentioned. I mean, to transform, to change the actual situation in something better, in something which is affecting more people than before. This is how I see his leadership.
I can ask you something, let's say, more personal, let's say. But do you consider you a leader? Yes or not? And if yes, why? If not, why?
Well, I believe that my leadership skills, they have a lot of, how to say, field for improvement. But yes, I consider myself as a leader. I mean, probably not as a good leader, probably still a bad leader, but yes.
Yes, why? You know, because for which kind of key elements for you, you know, that you saw that where you put your effort, your how you see, you know, the direction, your vision, how, in which way, you know, which elements that for describe, or that you have the answer that for you you are, let's say, one evolving leader, no, is okay, you can do better, but you are there. Which kind of elements that give you the proof or give you your opinion about in this direction? Which element?
Basically, the elements which were mentioned before, which is on what I do or what I did on some occasions. It was to change something that I was doing, to change the situation into a better situation, and having, I mean, people that are were believing in the vision, believing in the values, believing in the plan, the program, the target, and of course, people which were fighting the vision, fighting the values, fighting the plan and the targets. So in that sense, I think these are the basic elements. These are the basic elements, I believe. So of course, I mean, I cannot compare myself to the people which we are talking about, but in a very small scale, yes, and in today's society, I think there are a lot of leaders. There is a need of improving leadership skills, and this is not referring only, I believe, to the how to say, to the job that we are making, to the job we are doing, but it can be also considered, I mean, leadership in a relationship, in a how to say, romantic relationship, or into a group's friends.
Mm-hmm.
In a group of friends, I mean, there is a group of friends, and someone is always proposing something. I mean, then it's clear who is the leader, or who are the leader of a group, where some people are only accepting or following, or not having a how to say, an active role on what a group of friends, what a couple of whatever, I mean, is doing.
One question for everybody, also for who are outside actually of the panelists. One idea, no? How to learn to become a good leader. You know, where we can, which kind of school? Marco Veronese, or you have a magic touch now? Is Marco Veronese have the solution for me? Marco, soon you are here. I need your help to discover the way to become a good leader.
Wait, now I'll try to enter with the camera. Okay.
Yeah, yes. Jump inside. That all the people like to see you. Oh, cool.
I don't think so, but thank you. Now, I have another solution, of course. I don't think there is a school to become a leader. Life is the best school. The personal experience, this can create a real leader, one who can be followed by people, because you have to be real. To be a leader, you have to be real, not a fake one. You cannot build a way to become a leader. You have to become a good person, and then people can follow you. It doesn't depend from what kind of field you are working on. You have to be good. You have to. We are still animal, so like animal, we smell the energy, the vibration of the people. So the aura, what's the people call aura. So if you have a good aura and you have something to say, you will become a leader. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter for 1 million person or for 10 people. Doesn't matter. Because it starts always from one person. One by one, you can.
But is possible in some way to do something that you change yourself, you transform yourself from, let's say, more static and more transform your aura? What do you think is possible to have this kind of transformation?
It's possible. There is not a specific technique, of course, but it's about the research of yourself. You have to find your mirror, the one who doesn't reflect your face, of course, but the inner part. And from this is a journey, is your own journey, and then you can become leader of yourself first of all. If you are a leader of yourself, you are more easily believed from people. Mm-hmm. Because of this, you have to be natural. Okay, I'm an artist, so I talk about my point of view. For an artist to be a leader it means to give to people something. It came from you because it's your need, but it became the needs of the other. So sharing your idea, your message, your spirituality, everything. But you have to be true, a true person. I wrote on the chat how many fake leaders we have, thanks to the media. They push people to become leader because, unfortunately, you know what I think. I think the 90% and maybe more of the population of the world has not consciousness. They are not awareness. They just walk on the earth, but they don't know nothing. And not is about instruction, it's about themselves. It is a big problem. Without consciousness, the people can be very much manipulated, and now more and more, because thanks to the media, they can create everything. They can create monster and say that is an angel, but is a devil. So there are a lot of fake leaders, unfortunately, and the people are still thinking that they are good leaders. We are sheep.
But how broke the veil, no? The broke and to discover, is something that you feel, because if you feel, there is a lot of people that follow, this, say, illusion, and it's not only about breaking something. It's not because each of us probably need to decide to become more aware, and maybe in this way you can see if somebody is a good leader or not. What do you think?
Of course, but these are always starting from yourself. You can have some let's say sign from outside, from the universe, from a person you meet in the street, from a word you catch in the bus, but it's your need, it's your personal need. The journey from everything came from you. No one can push you to become a musician or an artist or a doctor or whatever. You can't, because you have to discover yourself. You have to discover your needs, your skill, and work on it. And then maybe little by little you became more awareness, more consciousness. And from this point, you can do something for the other as well. But if you're not the first to create, to modeling your soul, your body, your brain, your heart, how you can become a leader, a real good leader, not the thousand of the fake leader that we have now.
But Brigitte, what do you think? That I can see that you are here finally. Yes, I can see you again. Ciao, Brigitte.
So yeah, I'm totally agree with Marco with all that he said. I would just add that one thought, that I think also that leader is not somebody who is born with this, but somebody who become a leader. And when you find your purpose in life and you have a clear vision, a really clear vision, and you learn how to express it to the others, you become a leader, and the people will follow. So these two things I think need. You have to have a clear vision, and you need to be able to express it, because some people has a clear vision but they are not able to express it to the others, to communicate it. Doesn't matter which tools, so not only in the social media, but the great leaders are able to express what's in their mind, because there are a lot of people who has the geniusity in their mind, but they cannot express it, and how the others. And that's why a lot of people can be good between the good presidents and the bad president. This is the difference, that the good presidents are able to express what's in them.
In this express, what you think is very connected with the entering in connection, in empathy, to understand the needs and deliver the right message, simple for the person to understand and to believe, in this way?
Yeah, it's a good question. Not necessarily. I think it's also more a practice, that how you can communicate, how you can express yourself. It's a way of communication, and it's not an easy thing, but it's not something that you cannot learn. So, they all the time say that if the hardest things if you are able to express something with the shortest way. But this is not an easy thing, because a lot of people are not able to do. It's something that we need to practice. So I can see a lot of people are afraid to stand up and share with the people that what it's in their mind, because they are afraid of failing, they are afraid of refusing, and what the others people will think if they will do. And also, you know, to talk with the others, especially if we are talking about a bigger audience, it's not, you need to be brave for it. For like this, you want to communicate, it's in a normal situation, it's something that a lot of people can afraid.
But this fear, where come from? What you think?
That they don't try. I think that the fear is something that we are always afraid of those things which we never tried. But you can win over fears if you jump in and you practice. If you are able to, how do you say it? If you are able to step out your comfort zone, then you will be better and better, and you realize that what you were afraid, it's not that scary anymore. So when I because you know I have a lot of public speech, and when I started it the first time, I scared. The second time I'm scared, the third time I'm scared, and the less scared. And after the 25th time, I didn't scare anymore. But it doesn't mean that there is no other things in my life which I'm scaring. So that is why I think practicing is the key for it.
Means that preparation also in this case is useful. Means that the way to be more aware, to understand better, you know, the best decision is through preparation, the daily preparation. You create the right habits every day to invest in yourself, to be more aware, and in this way you have the consequences that you are able more to see, you know, the opportunities, how to react in some situation, how to enter in connection with others, how to communicate better. Means that this comes from preparation, the daily routine, the daily task that you put to let yourself to be a better person, more connected with your higher self. What do you think?
Yes, but not only preparation, because I know a lot of people who is preparing, but they never do that step that, okay, let's go now. Because all the time they have a feeling, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet, and they are prepared without starting it. It needs to be, has to start. Because if you start, you will of course fail, because you cannot win without failing, but it's natural. You have to start, and you will adjust your way, and you will realize in practicing that how can it be better and better. This is the key.
Yeah, it means that you are a big supporter of Nike. Just do it, no?
Yes, exactly. I am.
It's very.
Luigino.
Tell me.
No, I think it's difficult to find a formula, and I've been listening to all your nice guests, and finding the final formula is very difficult. Meaning the practice, the repeating, these are general rules. Alessandro Sparta at the beginning said, you need to understand who you have in front of you. Do you have intelligent people, clever people who can understand? Right. Marco said you need some talent to become a leader. And a leader sometimes can be just a fantastic coordinator who puts the right people in the right place, who needs to communicate, will do the communication part, who is good at selling, will sell. The one who needs to shoot will be the shooter. And out of that, good decisions can come overnight at 5 o'clock in the morning. And that's the right way to go, without any practice, without finding the formula, which is a winning one for all the cases, is almost impossible. And a leader should be a little bit of everything, a good listener, as you said at the beginning of the call, to understand who you have in front. Do you have clever people? Do you have idiots? Do you have good doers, people who do the job on a daily basis, and you need to organize them? But the general formula that will apply, also because leaders, who are the leaders? Have they been put there? Are they the son, the children of the owner? Have they been voted because they lied, because they made promises, and 4 years later they are not good leaders anymore, not voted anymore? Good leaders are good results, make history, and those results, in my opinion, are a combination of different things where the right people are doing the right thing in the right moment.
One question for everybody. You know, this sometimes or several times leadership, leader are connected with power. You know, there is different kind of power. No, there is a soft power, hard power, smart power. There is different kind of power. You know, means that what you think that we can see good leaders also with in different kind of level, in this different kind of power. What you think is? Do you agree? You can see leader with a soft power, means that a leader that are able to. I can imagine, for example, was one pope that was able to transform Europe. You know, only one pope with a soft power, no, without one army, without the army. And Wojtyla was able to transform, you know, all the history, no, and he had the soft power, no. And the other side, there is the who have hard power, no, that use the force, that use the resource, you know, to catch some result. What do you think? There is this connection? Do you think that there is this connection with leadership and power?
May I?
Yes, of course.
Because the leadership is always with power,
Mm-hmm.
direct or indirect. In any case, if we look at business, if we just look at business simply, a leader leads. Therefore, every choice he or she makes will have an impact, being with the external as well as with the internal. Internal with the people who follow, external with the other businesses around. Same thing if we look at hard power, military, this same thing. Leadership comes with power, comes with responsibility in any case. And even previously, the biggest issue which I see with leadership is making a choice. Because every choice you make will have in its own way a pro and a con. And those leaders who have more courage don't care about the pro and the con. They make a choice, they go with it, and that's it. And there's no bad or good choice for them. They just made a choice and that's it. We leaders who use more wisdom or try to be more calm and subtle will reflect more on their choice of how much effect it will have. So in any case, leadership does come with power. Whoever says it doesn't is lying. let's face it, is lying, because that means they're not willing to take responsibility. Power is responsibility. Leadership is responsibility. Being a leader is being responsible at the end, not for others, but mainly for yourself, because you're the one who makes the choice for the others. And it is you who carries that weight for the others, not they.
It's good. No, I like the word responsibility because it's a word that, especially today, is not so popular. No, the taking responsibility with what you do, which kind of promise you do, or the consequences of your action. No, is it's leadership, responsibility, power. You see, there is a very good, very good words, no, in this conversation. In the last minutes, there is other that want to jump inside to say also good Merry Christmas to everybody, or we are close to the end. There is few that remain in the silent part or in the chatting part. I'm not able to follow all the chat because really I need to follow other button here. But if others want to jump inside to make a good to give, you know, we are here to give to the other good thought. Okay, no others. Okay, well, we are close to Christmas. Are you happy and ready for Christmas? What do you think? You are ready with your tree and everything? There is.
I'm ready.
Okay, Michele. Oh, Michele now is want to jump inside. Maybe when we talk about Christmas and the tree, he want to share with us some good bowl of Christmas. Hey, Michele. No, audio to your microphone.
I have a present for you. I cannot. I had to join this conversation with you, Lugino. Lugino,
Tell
the
me.
leader of leaders.
Wow, come on. Come on. You look like
this,
me. You are at my photocopy.
But I also make the.
We need to make the game now. Who is Luigino?
Yeah, put both the glasses. That would be more confusing.
Oh, Michele, you're cool.
You know, the leaders, there should be leaders of the other. So leaders have the compassion to listen to the needs of the others. But then they have to have the courage to make tough decisions. But then at the end of the most important thing, that they should have the confidence to stand alone in front of the others. Even when everything is against you, you have to stand alone because you have a mission, that one to help the others, even when they don't know. And whatever it takes, philosophy is you're going to achieve what you want for the others, but whatever it takes, you have to work double, you have to work day and night, sleepless nights, whatever, but you have to do it, whatever it takes. That's one of the most important philosophy that helps leaders and also entrepreneurs in their life. So entrepreneurs, especially those who have employees and they're responsible for the lives of many others, they should be leaders. You know, I have a very nice philosophy in choosing the friends for us and choosing the people I work with and my mentees, the people I'm mentoring in order to become future leaders. It doesn't matter where you come from, but where you are going. I look at the future. We have to look at the future and not look at the past of the people.
Good, Michele. You know, you always you know that you are one of my inspirator. You know, you are. You know, when I arrived in Hungary, you know, 16, 17 years ago, when I met you, the first moment was something like I don't say love for the first sight, but it's something
it was love.
Love was love. Okay, it was love. It's something that you say, wow, come on, this, you know, this guy is, I don't know, is able to do this and that. He's full of energy every time. Like, how is possible, you know? And I start to analyze you, you know. Maybe the hair, maybe I need to cut this, and maybe I need to change my dress, you know. No, but joke, I don't joke, but really, you know, is I think that one good tool to lead is the smile, you know. And you have this tool that is amazing, you know. You are able in every moment, you know, with a smile, in every situation, to create this moment or, you know, this feeling, okay, that you have around you, that people like to be close to you and follow you with your smile. And I think that little things, little details are important elements for leadership, you know. Transmit this positivity, you know, transmit this, you know, this feeling. What do you think?
Yeah, I have to have good books also.
Yeah, but you know, there is a in Matrix there is a scene that I like a lot. No, it is a moment when there is a Neo and there is with his mentor there. They say okay, there is a situation when Neo asks to what is the name of the guy is okay, but he asks, look, the what is important that it's the lesson is that is not only to know the way, but you need to walk in the way, you know. And this that is not is not enough to have the book, okay, or to know what is on the book, you know, is written, but you need to take action, you know, because book is a tool, and the reality comes with what do you do, you know, with what is the inspiration that is written inside. Means that okay, let's share more the book and let the people to take action, you know. Is like now we are people that we decided to be here, you know.
They see that people don't care about your value until they value what you care about.
Let me think, because is this.
Yeah. Can you repeat, Michele, please? I lost it.
People don't care about your value.
Yes.
Until they value.
The people value
what you care about.
Okay. Now I understand. Good. But is this quote is your or?
No. It's yours.
It's of Alessandro. Is Alessandro Strica quote? Alessandro.
I'm sure.
No, I didn't want to interrupt this thing. I wanted to say something on your previous question.
Go.
So I think what you asked, it is a very, very interesting thing about if leadership goes with power or not. And I was thinking about two examples, which probably brings me to tell you that no, leadership is not going with power. I was thinking about Gandhi. Gandhi was a leader who has changed really a lot of things also after his time, and I believe never exercised any power in his life. And as well, I mean, one of the figures who have changed the history a lot, like Jesus Christ. I mean, he had absolutely, I mean, he was crucified at the end. So it is one of the examples of, let's say, a leadership without exercising any form of power, meaning power as we know in today's society.
A special power, Alessandro, the power to change the world.
Yes, this is yes, but this is not the question originally made.
But you don't think that, for example, love is a power?
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Means that you don't think that Jesus Christ have something, one of the more strong weapon, no, that is the love. No, love is a huge power.
It is a power, definitely, yes. But I probably then I misunderstood the question you made at the beginning, whether power is related to leadership.
Yeah.
Which form? I mean, every form of power, or the form that we understand today in our society.
No, it's of course today we consider power something that are more let's say practical, physical, and it's more connected with the hard power. No, it's considered the hard power, but there is also in some classification of the power. Also, there is the soft power that probably Jesus Christ or I told before Papa Boitira, they have a soft power. You know, there is a kind of power but the power to let something happen without this constrict other, to make war or to. And also I think Gandhi also, he have for sure a strong soft power in his. He was able with the example of his life, to let all the people know one inter-country to change. And yes,
recyclable. Don't use single-use batteries. Only use power in recyclable batteries. That's important.
It's good. It's good. I can see also that Marco, now you are creative in your background. Yeah, it's the microphone. The microphone.
I put it this background is one of my artwork, because there is the idea of how to be leader. The leader is like a hero. Mm-hmm. You have to sacrifice something in order to reach the good for the others. So this artwork is explain this. This is the system, and when the conscious person, one person, is get out from this. I don't know in English the name of. Okay, exactly. He can change. He can break the system. And when you broke the system, you can join the real consciousness. So from that point of view, you can really start to change the people. Leadership has a strong power. Doesn't mean it is a weapon or the words. Gandhi or Jesus, they didn't act in a bad way. They gave just example. So to become a leader, you have to give example. Because of this, I think in some case, not in all case, of course, you have to be a hero.
Yes, Alessandro.
But then I have a question. What would you consider it? Because in both cases, Gandhi and let's say with Jesus Christ, you had something which we call willpower. In any case, their will was basically their power, their form of the weapon. Because in those times, in any case that we look at it, one person's will was stronger and more dangerous in any case than an army's power, because of the influence that gave to people who were not that informed, passing knowledge or passing a different view. Would that be considered then hard power, or would that be considered soft power? Because of the different constraints and factors of when we look at time and limitations of information. Same thing with Martin Luther when he first printed the Bible and made it public to all.
Is for me or for Marco?
No, any. I just threw it up in the air as a question.
I think that personally, that the biggest weapon, let's say the biggest, I can say, yes, let's consider like a weapon. For me, is the awareness. When you are aware, when you are more connected, you can see more everything. For me, Jesus Christ or Lao Tzu or Socrates, Plato, or all these person that I was able to make big change in the world, in the history, they was really very strong connected, very aware. They was able to see more than the others, and this is super powerful. This is the way, and they understand that, of course, equilibrium, love, equilibrium are the basic. If you want to evolve and not to destroy, the humanity, if you want to evolve, is the unique way. Awareness, equilibrium, and love, with true love. Means, yes, for me, this person I consider strong leader and masters of our life, that we can what it can inspire us to do for each of us to be better, day by day. Good.
But thinking about what was saying Alessandro, thinking of it, I still consider like Jesus, Gandhi, for me is still soft power. Because in any case, I mean, even if different than now, hard power was available at that time too. And in any case, I don't know, they tried to change the world, but in a kind of a peaceful way. I mean, no promoting war, no promoting violence. So for me, I consider that still soft power. I don't know if I'm right or not, but
soft, strong power. Yeah.
I mean, the results were strong, but the acting
very soft, of course.
Soft.
This was more powerful.
Yeah.
But the real change the humanity, not with the strength, but from the point of view of the human point of view. So it's much more strong than the power. The power to the weapon of the violence. No one lost weapons or violence. But when you talk about spirituality, and they talk to the soul of the people, not just to the brain of the people, the change can be very, very big, and very important, very deep forever.
Can I ask to everybody one little things for each of us? Now is the Christmas time, and is under the tree we can receive a gift. Okay, connected with this topic and with this that we spoke tonight, each of you, what you desire, which kind of your desire to receive under the tree, a gift connected with this, topic and this conversation. Let's start with Sheila. You are the
leadership. I'm present, connected with leadership.
No, leadership, but also is why not? It's also something that if you feel that you want to increase in your self-mastery, to increase your ability, of course, to realize what you like in life, what your vision, something, is a little gift that you want to receive. It's symbolic, symbolic.
For me, now it's in a moment of big change of my life, as you know, because I moved to Vienna, and of course, COVID is not helping all this process. So for me, the wish is to to find next year to find something. I don't know what. No, to find.
You can use this moment. Maybe happen. You need to use good. I like the mago, the magician that give you what you want. Use this moment. Also because there is these the planets now that are aligned, and we need to ask now because it's only now is the moment.
Yeah, not no, for me it's to find a new I don't say environment, I don't want to say in English, to find a new environment, let's say, where I can make a step forward, make a growth. Yeah, but not only in my career or work, but like more
in life.
In life, yes.
And Cristiana, what do you think? Are you ready to receive an amazing, beautiful box that you
anytime.
You open slowly, and inside is exactly what you like?
Yeah, but are we talking about factual things or something like a wish, just like
yes,
I was saying?
Be free. This is the moment of the.
My only hope is freedom in this moment.
Freedom, eh? You suffer a little bit this kind
a lot. They are crazy from my point of view, completely. So absolutely, yeah, completely. So absolutely freedom, and I wish people open their mind, because they are in a mental lockdown, completely mental lockdown. This is what I believe.
I can imagine that you are very a social person, because if you feel that you miss a lot, you are very open.
A lot. A lot. Usually I was going dancing. So, tango, salsa, really, and plus traveling a lot. So now it's everything is, so no, but I'm also suffering about the terrorist media.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not related to the science. It's absolutely, I'm a scientist. My background is scientific. So when I see dissociation and this level of dissociation, well, we are talking about leadership. A leadership is inspiring you, growing, not putting you panic. That is dictature. This is tyrannship, come si chiama? I mean, honestly, I'm reading at the moment 2 books of Hannah Arendt, and The Origin of Totalitarianism. This is what she was talking, and also the case in Jerusalem. And what is she saying is like evil is in the banality. So people, they don't act. That is what allows evil to stay. Honestly, what I see is, I mean, it's what my family experienced in the Second World War and in '56. It's just coming back. I wake up every morning just thinking like it should be over, but you just heard in England they are saying there is a new virus. So I mean,
yeah, we need to be far away from this toxic news, because like Brian Tracy say, that garbage in, garbage out, because if we digest all too much these things, of course we change in bad way, also we put out, because means that personally I try to avoid more as possible the news, because influence, of course, the subconscious, and because I'm ambassador of Boldoshag together with Michele Orzan, and I need to be 100% every day.
Yeah, sure, but we need to be aware of what we are giving up, because these so-called leaders, they are understanding that they can do another step, because we are not reacting. We are all with mask outside when there is no scientific reason to do that. And imagine if it was really a pest, it was the plague. In that case, half of the world population was dying. For this one, they are creating this mess. I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's crazy time in this moment. Really, I suggest to avoid this more as possible, and to find love with the person, especially that, because this moment you can see the real friends. This moment you can see who are really want to be close to you, and means that is very a way to reveal, no, the connection, the real connection. I hope for all of us really to continue to have the fire of love inside, because yes, and to use and to send to more persons possible, especially for the person that is close to us, that they are family that need us, not the person close to us need us. Yes, Marco.
Tell me, I'm here.
Is your turn. What you want under the tree? Because I need to buy. I need to go to the shop.
No, it's impossible. It's not sold. No, I would like in 200 years, 300 years, will be a Luigino of the situation, with a crowd around him, and they name my name because I changed something. I did something for the world. I did something for the people. This will be my wish. So my life had finally a sense.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Good. Yeah, it's a good request, no? Santa Claus maybe exists, no? Santa Claus, don't worry, it's come to you for sure. I'm sure. I can feel.
Let's see. Let's talk in 200 years or 300.
And let's start with Juan Alessandro. Who is the first to talk?
I would like to see a drawing. Maybe in that Marco can be involved. A drawing with a big table and Luigino in the middle and 12 apostles around.
Yes. Well, the final story, the end of the story is not the best but somebody need to do this part. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. And the other Alessandro, what do you want for Christmas?
Well, basically to reach all my dreams, to get into a higher elevated state. Let me put it like that. And yes, of course, and what everybody else said were fantastics too, because those also are part with it, giving influence to others, leaving a landmark, all of those, definitely. If I had one wish, I'd make 100 more. So no limit to it.
Yes, the 26th. Tell me, if is something arrive under the tree. Okay, is there? Michele, dai, dimmi, what you want?
For everybody under the tree.
Together.
Consciousness of the importance of your actions for the others.
Yeah.
Consciousness and the need for your acts of leadership. Remember, the world and your life depends on you. This is your world. You have to shape it, or if not, somebody else will shape it.
It's true, totally true. It's a good wish. Irene, are you there? Under the photo? Yes. Now, no, it's the microphone. The mic. Yes.
So yes, I'm here. I was thinking it's not easy. I don't know exactly what I would want but maybe to find a project that will excite me next year and that it will also have a good impact on the world. So I would feel that I'm doing something good for me, but also for society.
It's good.
So maybe you can find me a project for Christmas.
Yes. Let me think. I'm very creative in this. Okay, and finally at the end, Brigitte, if she's still there, I don't know. Brigitte, or is she left? She's only the name. Okay, no, it's not there. Okay, what I can say? Thank you so much, everybody. I kiss you too. Ciao. Really, Merry Christmas, Buon Natale to all. Okay, and remember that love is always there waiting for you under the tree. And see you soon. I hope physically also. Let's plan one day physically to be together, okay? Merry Christmas.
Ciao, tanti auguri.
Thank you. Ciao. Good night. Ciao.
Ciao.